Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and Boruto chapter 50 has dropped and I'm here to talk about it. But before I start, the thumbnail you are seeing, I don't know where I got that Boruto art from, but the Ishiki art that's on the left side of the thumbnail, I got it from somebody on Twitter. So I'll leave the link to his Twitter in the description. So if you want some Boruto art, if you want to check out some Boruto art, you can check him out. He does some pretty good art for Boruto. That's where I got my previous thumbnail from, and the same goes for this one. I got the Ishiki art from his Twitter only, so yeah, go check him out. I'll leave the link in the description below. So let's just move on to the chapter now. And this week's chapter, not week, I always forget, it's this month's chapter was actually really good. I just really liked the dialogues and fighting. Everything in this chapter was not like mind-blowing chapter, but it was just a really good and solid chapter. And it was definitely an engaging chapter, to say the least. You just kept on reading and forgot that it just ended. So yeah, let's just go. So first we see Naruto and Ishiki. So Naruto asks him, what is this place? At first I'm like, I didn't notice it, but on the second read, on the second read, I just kind of focused on some more dialogues. Later that one dialogue will come and that will play into this dialogue of Naruto asking Ishiki. Either I'm just reading too much into it, or either this is actually some foreshadowing or something. I'll talk about the other dialogue later. So he asks Boruto, where are we? And Boruto just says, I just don't know. He was trying to destroy the village, so I just kind of opened a portal somewhere, and we just there. And Naruto tells him that I guess you kind of got the act first and think later attitude from me. Of course, we know how Naruto used to do stuff. He just act without thinking. So Ishiki just charges in and he grabs Boruto by the neck, just disappears in front, from front of Naruto and Sasuke, and they see Ishiki just grabbing Boruto. And there Ishiki tells him that Ishiki of course knows that he's Momoshiki's vessel, Boruto, and he also says that Otsutsukification has progressed really far, and it has been around 70 or maybe even 80%. And also, he just says, how much power hides within you, just show me. So then Sasuke saves him. I don't know how, because it looks like that Sasuke used his Rinnegan ability, but if he would use it, then Ishiki would be grabbing Sasuke's neck. So I just didn't understand how Sasuke saved him, but Sasuke ended up saving him. That's the main point here. And then he tries to use Chidori on him, and here we completely see the difference between their power levels. Chidori, you know how strong of a jutsu that is, and Ishiki just stops Sasuke's hand. He does not dodge it. That would have been fine if it just would have dodged it, but he grabs that hand while still Sasuke's lightning is on his hand. He still grabs it. So it completely shows how different on a level they are in terms of power strength. And then he just kicks Sasuke and just uppercuts him or punches him something, and Sasuke just falls down to the ground. So he's out of action for just a little bit. And then Naruto tells Boruto to run, or he will be killed. Naruto, regardless if he runs, once Ishiki, Naruto knows that they can't beat Ishiki. So once they are dead, Ishiki will come for Kabaki, and then he will fight, and then regardless he's gonna end up dying. So yeah, Naruto, doesn't make a difference if he runs or not. But okay, so he said you remember how I was talking about Naruto asking where this place is? Either as I told you, either I'm reading too much into it, or it is actually some foreshadowing. So he tells Boruto that he didn't expect Boruto to be the one to giving him such difficult time, and also says dragging me to this Forsaken place. So yeah, Ishiki also mentions Forsaken place. So I feel this where they are might play some role, the place where they are, and might hold some significance later down the road. We might get to know that. But there are two dialogues of which first Naruto asking which place is this, and then also Ishiki saying something to dragging me to this Forsaken place. So I feel this place might be of some significance, but we'll get to know that later if it is, or either I'm just reading too much into it and just these dialogues just don't mean much. He also said that he could also teleport back into the village easily, but You just chased me there. I might as well get rid of all of you here where no one else can interfere. And then okay, still again, either I'm just reading too much into it or this actually means something. So he says, if both Hokage and Uchiha die, perhaps your people will capitulate and spill Kawaki's location. You see, he didn't mention Boruto there. I know in the previous dialogue he said he might as well get rid of all of you here, but then he mentions that if Hokage and Uchiha die, he does not mention Boruto there. So, and there will be one dialogue at the end from Boruto, some cool dialogue. We'll get to know some information. So at first read, I just glanced over the dialogue. I didn't understood what he meant, but on the second read, since you know what happens at the end of the chapter, this might be something. He just specifically does not mention Boruto while saying if Hokage and Uchiha die. Either he just doesn't see Boruto as a big thing. He just knows like if Sasuke and Naruto die, village will just like they have nobody strong. So either he's that or it's just this is a really clever dialogue. So. And then what do you say? Naruto just says, now that's insulting. We would not go down that easily. So he doesn't even say that we are gonna win or something. He knows they can't win. So he just says we can't go down that easily. And then we switch to some backstory of Ishiki and Kawaki, which it was okay. Like it was just Jigen telling him, Jigen telling him that he's just empty and karma, like he's helping Kawaki by giving him karma that's gonna fill the hole in his heart and stuff. So he's just kind of manipulating Kawaki. But then Kawaki wakes up. We see he asks Amado like Amado tells him, don't worry, this place is safe. And then he asks what happened because he doesn't know that his karma is gone. So he notices it for the first time that his karma is gone, and somebody tells Shikamaru that Boruto and Naruto and Sasuke and Ishiki's like all of their chakra disappeared. So yeah, he understands what happened. I think so in his eyes. At that time, he would have thought that either Ishiki or Sasuke teleported him, but later he comes to know that it was Boruto. So, and he like Amado now tells him that Ishiki showed up in the village and Naruto and Sasuke are fighting him. So, like at this point, nobody knows that Boruto is there too. So, and Kawaki now notices it finally that his karma is gone. There's just no trace of it, and Amado tells him that he's just a free bird now since his karma is gone, but Kawaki just says like he came here and he came here right to implant his karma again on me. So how can he say I'm a free bird? He's gonna just hunt me until he gets like to me and implants his karma again. So I'm not a free bird. And then Kawaki also just goes like they're fighting like monster that is way worse than Jigen. So they just don't stand a chance. And then Amado tells him they don't have to beat him. Like his life is gonna run out within 2 or 3 days. Within a few days he says, but I think so earlier he mentioned like 3-4 days max. So within those, so he's just saying that all they have to do is just hold him, hold him till then, and they win. But you saw him just fully stopping Chidori. So I don't think so they can hold him for 3-4 days. They can't even hold him for I think so an hour or two, let alone 3-4 days. So that will be interesting to see what happens. And then we switch back to Naruto, and like Naruto charges on Ishiki and uses two Rasengan. Ishiki I think so shrinks those Rasengan from his like visual powers or something. I think so that's what happened. He shrinks those Sharingan, and then Naruto's like just fuck it, get these hands. Brings out those giant Kurama hands or chakra Kurama hands and starts pummeling on Ishiki. And Boruto, like a moron, is just getting happy. He thinks that that's gonna affect Ishiki in a bit. So Ishiki just I think so shrinks and goes above Naruto and just what do you say, kicks him. I think so kicks him or knees him in the back, and then Naruto just uses shadow clones. And there are 1, 2, 3. As far you can see, there are only 5 shadow clones. 6. Okay, no, those are 5 shadow clones, and the bottom one is Naruto. So they all just try to attack him, and then Naruto grabs Ishiki from his like chakra hands, from the 9-tail chakra hands, whatever. And then Sasuke is coming for the Chidori, and I don't know why, but Ishiki could have just shrinked and get away from Naruto's hand, but he rather just used brought out some giant cubes from his dimension or something and just drop them down. I think so he thought that it's better than just shrinking away. Let's just drop all of them and just get rid of them, like both of them. So it looked like Naruto got hit by that and got crushed by those cubes, but it was Naruto's shadow clone. We get to know that. And then he fires like one of the cube goes after Sasuke, so Sasuke has to kind of dodge it, and then Ishiki comes with a pole or something. Sasuke uses his sword, and Ishiki just makes a chibi version of his sword. He's just like, yeah, shrink it, and he can't, like, Sasuke can't even hold his sword at that point. It's that tiny, and yeah, just smacks Sasuke in the face with the pole, gets his sword, gets it back to the right size again, and is just going to stab Sasuke, but Boruto runs in, and this is where I don't like that they switch to Shikamaru again. Like, that was like, we wanted to see what happened there, but like, I know it makes, like, it builds up tension in this, like, it builds up tension and you kind of want to see it more, but I feel like this was a poor choice of just switching out. They should have done it before or somewhere else or maybe later, but this, I didn't like it. But that they are talking about is that now Shikamaru and everybody gets to know that it was Boruto, like the Jonin that were there. They saw Boruto opening some portal and just taking away Ishiki, and then what do you say, Naruto and Sasuke followed him, and like Katasuki, I think so, that's what his name is. He just says that Boruto will be killed. He doesn't have, like, the difference in their power is a lot, and Amado is just like he is become aware of his what his potential value is against us in this fight. So he's literally saying that Boruto is important for them to win this fight. Now the information he knows, I guess we'll get to know in the next chapter, because in the final 2 pages where the information they dropped was interesting to say the least. So what do you say, Shikamaru is also like, what do you mean? And then we just again switch out to Boruto. So it's just like, for just like 1 or 2 pages, I didn't like the way they switched out. But okay, now he's going to stab. Boruto just jumps in, and Ishiki just stops and does not kill both of them. And then he says to Boruto, like, if you want to die that quick. And that's where I think so, like, not that's where, but that's where Boruto makes sure, like, he finally gets, like, he's now 100% sure that Ishiki can't kill him. So he just says, what about you? Why did you freeze? You could have killed both of us. And then Jigen just gets, like, annoyed. He just says, you, like, in an angry voice. And then he's like, thought so, I was right. You can't kill me, can you? Now that gives some points to Boruto's character. At least that's one badass line he said. You can't kill me, can you? And then Sasuke's like, what? So either Boruto means that Ishiki can't kill him, like, literally he's unkillable, or he means that there's some reason that Ishiki just cannot kill him. Like, he can kill him, but there's a reason Ishiki is not going to kill him. So it's one of those. I think so it's the second one, that there's some reason, and the reason might be that since, like, Momoshiki is from the Otsutsuki clan, they might not be, like, unless somebody betrays, they can't kill each other, because what was his name in the anime, not in the manga. I think so in the manga it did not happen, but in the anime, what was his name, Toneri got freezed or something happened to him because he was trying to help Boruto. That was kind of like seen as a betrayal to Otsutsuki clan. So that's only when I just forgot his name. Urashiki, yes, Urashiki came and just put him in an endless loop or something because he was trying to betray Otsutsuki clan. So I think so they, like, one Otsutsuki cannot kill the other one unless there's a reason behind it, like if they are planning a betrayal or something, only then they can kill him. So I guess that's the reason Jigen can't kill him, but we'll get to know that information later. So as I told you earlier, where Ishiki did not mention Boruto, he just said if Hokage and Uchiha die. Either that was a really clever dialogue, like kind of foreshadowing for this part, or either it's just a dialogue and it was nothing special there. So yeah, that's it. That's about the Boruto chapter. That's how it ends. And also Amado mentioned at the end that he might be the key to winning this battle. So Amado also knows something, and so does Boruto. So what is that information? I feel like we're gonna get in the next chapter, and that of course will be in a month. So yeah, that was about the chapter. Make sure always read the chapter once or two, like at least twice or thrice, if you want to know what fully you want to understand. Because in the first read, you don't notice like the important things. As I told you, on the second read, that's where the dialogues become interesting. On the first read, you just kind of glance over them, but on the second read is where it's just like, okay, now I can fully understand what is going on. Maybe there are still stuff that I missed, If I might read 1 or 2 more times, but I'm not gonna do that. That's it. I've read it 2-3 times. That's enough. So yeah, that was about the chapter. Let me know how you felt about it in the comments below, and if I told you anything that you didn't notice in your first read, then also just leave a like. And I will be doing this these discussion videos every month, and if you are interested in One Piece, I do those every time a new chapter drops. That is mostly every week, but there are breaks and stuff. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll meet you in the next one.